Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at an expansion for the game Bohnanza called Princes and Pirates. Princes and Pirates is another expansion for the game Bohnanza from Uwe Rosenberg. There's two separate expansions in here. There's Princes and Pirates, hence the name. And the Pirates expansion will play 2 to 7, and the Princes expansion will play 1 to 6. Both from Rio Grande Games, 60 to 90 minutes in playtime. And what you're doing in the Princes expansion is you get these cool little beans, which we'll talk about later. It's cool little bean beeples. And you're trying to fulfill these necessary requirements to make it to the castle to hang out with the queen, or the princess. That's effectively that. In the pirate one, everyone's going to take on the role of 2 merchant ships and possibly a pirate ship. And you're going to be planting like normal, but you're also going to be going to the island of Bohnitâ, or I forget what it's called. La Isla Bohnitâ. And you're trying to take beans from there, put them on your ship, to eventually sell them from your ship to score extra points. So it's going to give you additional ways to manipulate some beans and all that kind of thing. So that's enough talking about it. Let's go on the table. Check them out. All right, so here is the Princes expansion in the Princes and Pirates expansion for Bohnanza. And effectively, what we're doing here is we are going to be moving these little princess beans, or prince beans here, to try to make it to the castle to save the princess. This also comes with 4 bean fields, these cool 6 bean people, and all these cards here, which are called vine cards. So the way that this works is, on your turn, you can fulfill some of these vines to try to move forward. There's always going to be 3 cards available in front of where the last person, or the front person, is standing. So in this case, we're all standing in the front one, doing that. So on my turn, if I have at least 5 beans in one of my fields, I can move forward. If I have, in phase 1, any player plants 1 stink bean, I can say stop, and I can move forward. Or on my turn, if I don't have met the criteria, I can pay a coin for my supply and just move forward. And I can do that as many times as I want. As you move forward, you're going to be bringing out new bean cards, because there's always going to be 3 new vine cards. The goal here is to get all the way through the vines to get to the castle and have 5 coins left. If you can do that, you win the game. There's also a limit to the amount of gold that you can store in this one. You can't just hold gold and have a ton of it. You need to spend it. So you can use that. You can buy the 3rd bean field if you want to, because that's a criteria on some of these cards. Or you can use it to satisfy these unfulfilled tasks. And that is it. Whoever makes it to the castle with 5 coins first is the winner. That's how you play princesses. Let's see what's in Pirates. All right, so this expansion is the Pirates expansion. This is a little more detailed, so I wanted to go into this one with a little more depth. So first, let's show you what's in it. It has mocha bean. There's 28 of those. You're only going to use those in a certain player count. 7 additional 3rd bean fields. And it also has pole beans, which you can see right here. You're going to use those in all the player counts. And then each player will get their own harbor, which is basically where you're going to put gold that you've earned. You're still going to have room for 2 fields above it and all that kind of thing. Each player will get a merchant ship, which they'll have 2 in each color, in their color, but they're only going to start with 1. You have to buy the other. You have a pirate ship that you're able to buy, and you have your other merchant ship. And there's going to be 5 cards splayed out on La Isla Bohnitâ at the 2 ports here. And then we're ready to play. So the gameplay is effectively going to work similarly to the base game. You're going to plant 1 or 2 beans, that kind of thing. Then what you're going to do is you're going to be able to trade, ship, and raid. So the way that works is, during the trading, let me see if we're flipping cards. Yes, we're going to flip 2 cards just like normal. But then you're able to send your boat. Say I'm sending Renee out. You don't really have to send it. And I could go to one of these fields and put a bean on my boat. Put it sideways like that. If there's multiple beans that match that, I can keep going, and as long as I can take all of the beans and that kind of thing. Then if I had a pirate ship, I could send a pirate to an opponent's merchant ship to steal some of their goods, but they have the option to harvest the goods from their ship to earn money. Now, the tricky thing here is when you take these beans on your ship, they're already harvested. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to collect sets of them to score. It's going to function like a new bean field, but you're not ever going to plant there. You have to take them from either your own field or the island up here to be able to get those beans. And then in a 3-player game, which I'm showing you here, you're going to draw 3 cards up at the end, put them into our hand just like normal, and we're going to have a pile of cards so we can keep playing. And the game's going to end just like normal. You're going to go through the stack, which I don't have a full stack out, but you go through the stack 3 times. Whoever has the most points is the winner. Now, when these become empty, you're going to refill them from the deck. So there's always at least some cards on all of these islands. So once this would get empty, we'd refill it back up to 5 and keep moving on. And that's that. So yeah, that is the Pirates expansion. Let's go up to top, see what we think about it. All right, well, that was Pirates and Princes expansions for Bohnanza. So let's talk about components. Most of the time the components are cards, which I don't need to go into that because it's consistent card quality and art. But this one has these awesome little guys. They're bean princes, and they have fronts and backs, which is pretty cool, in 6 different colors. All they are is markers to move up on the vines so you can get to the castle, but they look really cool. And even when I'm just playing, I might put these out in front of people just so I know who is playing, and that's cool. So that one's the Princess one's pretty straightforward. I'm going to play the game like normal, but you're also going to be spending some coins to try to move up, be the first player to get to the castle. But you also can't just have a ton of coins, so you need to spend them throughout the game because you can't carry over a bunch from round to round. So that's pretty straightforward. The pirate one, though, I feel like it changes the game a lot. Not only are you planting, but you have a pirate ship that you can steal beans from people, which is awesome, from the merchant ship. You have a merchant ship that you can travel to the center island, take some more cards to eventually sell those from your ship to score extra coins. So just multiple ways to get extra coins, and I think that is cool. Basically, it's still the same core game. Still got all that, got to plant from the right to left, all that kind of thing. But it just gives you a couple more options, more flexibility on what kind of beans and all that stuff that you can play, and I appreciate that. I haven't played this one as much. I think I've played each of these one time, so I'm not super familiar. I may have said some incorrect rules when I was showing you how they work and all that, but yeah, it's good. It's not as good as the Ladies and Gangsters just because I played that one more, but it's a fine expansion. So I would still give this a BGM accepted seal. I would give this one a 7 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 3.5 out of 5 wrenches. On our arbitrary wrench scale, that means absolutely nothing, but we have to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what I'm going to do. So that is the Bohnanza expansion, Princes and Pirates from Rio Grande. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.